Alexis de Tocqueville, in his book Democracy in America, stated correctly, in my opinion, that if a country is a democratic country, there's a huge problem in the fact that democracy leads people to be individualistic people. And the moment that these people stop believing in God, stop being religious, then what happens is that it makes the government cultivate social norms instead of the people. And the moment that that happens, the country is on its way to disaster and destruction. And of course, we see it today in several places in the world. In today's Parashat Re'eh, Moshe starts with saying that he will give a blessing and a curse that day to the people of Israel. Yet in the parasha, he doesn't give a blessing or a curse. He actually speaks about what needs to be done in order to get the blessing and not the curse, which is given on a later date or in a different parasha. Now there's two main recurring topics that happen in Parashat Re'eh. And one is the love of God and the pursuit of loving and knowing only one God, and hating all the way to destruction of anything or anyone that tries to persuade us to follow other gods. And the second is gratefulness, is giving, is being part of a community. In regards to the first one, it is clearly stated several times that anyone that comes and tries to persuade us to follow a different God should be destroyed, should be sought out and killed. Any property should be destroyed. Nothing should be taken from what he has. It is that crucial not to go and follow any other gods, but our God. On the part of gratitude, it is stated very clearly as well that there will always be people that are destitute, that need money, that need our charity. That will always be. It is stated in the Torah. This will not change. And our job is to be charitable. Is to take everything that we have acquired, and attribute it to God. To attribute it to the fact that He gave us the power to make that money in whichever way He made us be able to get it. And to take that money and give it to others. Give it to the widow, to the orphan, to the Levi, to the poor person. Even if we have, as in the Torah times, there are slaves. Even if you have a slave and he is a Jew, after 6 years you have to let him free. But when you let him leave your property, leave your house, leave your service, do not be sad, and let him leave with gifts. Let him leave with money, with honor, because he is a Jew. If he wants to stay loyal to you and stay your servant, he may. But if he leaves, let him leave with a smile and with money. You always have to give. If you have the second tithing means that when you go up to Jerusalem, to the place that God has chosen, and you have so much abundance that God has given you, then make sure that you bring it and you eat and you have a festivity in Jerusalem and you share it with others. If you have so much that you can't even bring the tithe, then sell it, and with the silver that you collect, bring the silver to Jerusalem, buy anything that your soul desires, that's what the Torah says, and then eat it and be festive and share it. We're actually learning and seeing and reading here in the Torah that it is up to us as a community, as a nation, to cultivate the culture, to place the standards of giving, of tzedakah, which is one of the greatest, if not the greatest mitzvah that someone can do. Because the person that gives tzedakah, that gives to others, is actually putting everything that they have done to receive their money, the physical work, the hard work, to earn what they have and then give it away to someone else. Because they understand that God is the one that has put that on their table. That is one of the greatest things someone can do. So as a nation, as a people, we don't need to be individualistic in the sense that we forget God and we praise ourselves, because avodah zarah is also when we praise ourselves. If we think that we made all our money, we made our success because of our abilities, because we're geniuses, then we are at fault. Then we are doing avodah zarah. We are praising ourselves for something that we do not deserve credit for. We always have to remember that God is the one that gives us everything. So let us always remember what we have. Let us always be grateful for what we have. And let us always give to others as a community, as a nation, as Am Yisrael. And let the Mashiach come speedily in our days. Shabbat Shalom.